Well, hello, and welcome back to Goetia. I'm just gonna fix my audio. Okay, I think that's good enough. Right, we're going to a new area, so let's see what's here. Now remember these bottles, they must have been here for a long time. Some are empty, others full. It's wine, apparently, or maybe vinegar. Frame rate's dropping hard. The tap on this oak cask is covered in rust. Tetanus. Yeah, you gotta love it. A solitary tasting session? Okay, this is where I am. What am I supposed to find among all this rubbish? A milk can. It's empty. I recognize the paneling from my bedroom. What have they done with it? Are these the developers? Must be. To the founders of Blackwood, the family is ever grateful. Are these like the patrons on the Kickstarters? It's kind of nice. I like the style they went with here. Sacred room. Well, let's take this. Didn't know the manor had a cellar. It doesn't seem new though. The mechanism cables go down this well. Each clue takes me deeper underground. What am I going to find down there? I just set this thing down here. The metal beam seems to be supporting the ceiling, and some massive mechanism as well. Cables go down this well. What? That's my portrait. And all these candles. It's like a mausoleum. I don't feel at ease here. These flowers are my favorite. Even like this withered and dull. Annie is the only one who knew how much I liked them. No chain and no picture inside either. This pendant looks so lonely. Its shape is quite unusual. I can possess it. Oh, why? Let's go down first. Fields of stone. I'm glad I don't have to use this infernal machine. It looks stuck anyway. Do I have to unstuck it? Otherwise I can't take anything up or down? Whoever was responsible for the decoration here either had very eclectic taste or no taste at all. Some registers and other account books from 1821 to 1914, and then nothing. Oh, another secret. Collection of poems by W.B. Yeats. This cat lost its head. I hope it's not my beautiful Seth. It is. Oh, by God. Mars, steel, iron, magnet, antimony, silver, mercury, quicksilver, arsenic as well, wax, cinnabar, Venus, copper, burnt copper, digest, spirit, wheel fire, oil, 2 oils, day, mercury, precipitated, sublimated. Oh God. Niter, night, sun gold, orpiment, powder, purify, realgar, Mars, saffron, common salt, alkaline salt, rock salt, black sulfur, sublimate, ammoniac, glass, verdite, vitriol. So these demon symbols are made up of these chemicals, I guess? These chemical and spice symbols. Yeah. Gold, father, silver, mother, iron, brother, copper, sister. Sola fixum solest. Sulfur. Air, earth, water, fire. SFL. Circled. Man. Am I supposed to decipher this? This will be pretty hard to decipher. Pretty damn hard indeed. Great. William Butler Yeats. The Cat and the Moon. The cat went here and there, and the moon spun around like a top. And the nearest kin of the moon, the creeping cat, looked up. Black Minalush stared at the moon, for wonder and wail as he would. The pure cold light in the sky troubled his animal blood. Minalush runs in the grass, lifting his delicate feet. Do you dance, Minalush? Do you dance? When two close kindred meet, what better than call a dance? Maybe the moon may learn, tired of that courtly fashion. A new dance turn. Minalush creeps from the grass, from moonlit place to place. The sacred moon overhead, has taken a new face. Does Minalush know that his pupils will pass from change to change, and that from round to crescent, from crescent to round they range? Minalush creeps through the grass, alone, important and wise, and lifts to the changing moon his changing eyes. Man, it doesn't rhyme. Oh, the wild swans at cool. The saint and the hunchback. Hunchback, stand up and lift your hand, and bless a man that finds great bitterness in thinking of his lost renown. A Roman Caesar is held down under this hump. Saint. God tries each man according to a different plan. I shall not cease to bless because I lay about me with the tools, that night and morning I may thrash. Greek Alexander from my flesh, Augustus Caesar, and after these, that great rogue, Alcibiades. Alcibiades. That's probably not how you pronounce that name. Hunchback. To all that in your flesh have stood and blessed, I give my gratitude, honored by all in their degrees, but most to Acli- Alcibiades. I'll just Google. I'll see how I pronounce it. Alcibiades. 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 Alright. Looks like my stream is not stabilizing, so well, we're gonna have to roll with it. It's just reduced frames, is all. Should be alright. Oh, yet more paperwork. I don't quite fancy exploring the financial history of the Blackwoods. Too bad. Suitcase reminder. Mother Edward, Father Robert. Is that the code? Mother Edward, Father Robert. So it's mother, son, father, son. It should be silver, iron, gold, iron. Silver, gold, silver, iron, gold, iron. Silver, iron, gold, iron. Let's look for the fucking thing. So it's a moon. Iron. Where's iron? Okay, it's the Mars symbol. Gold is the sun, which is a circle with a dot. What am I supposed to do with that information? Concave shape. Some sort of receptacle? The talisman, probably. Watch me be unable to bring it down because of that cage. No? Okay. Oh, what's this? Can't see anything. Let's flip the switch. Can't see anything. There's a ball of light. You can't see anything. Good dang. Doubt that possess like a light bulb. It's liquid, shiny, and slightly sticky. Can't smell it, but it looks like petrol. There's a pipe in the can. Some cleaning products. Someone doesn't leave anything to chance. The needle is at the bottom. Guess I gotta fill it up. Some new and unknown machine. Maybe I can turn it on. Can't see anything. Yep. Skip the jar. Just dunk it in there. Can some petrol now? I can full of petrol. Good. Just like that? You don't have to turn it on? Oh, I'll just leave it here. What's this? Didn't notice this hole in the wall before. There's a light behind. Can I go through? Realm of Stone. I didn't know Blackwood Manor had an archive room. It's a fascinating place, smaller than the manor's library, but its depth and the sheer amount of information it holds are almost intimidating. That said, I have no new leads, unless I missed something important. I found a recess in the alcove. Its oval shape makes me think it wasn't created for storage, but rather to hide a mechanism or some other form of access. The archives led to a shelter. I'm not sure whether it was there when I was still alive. Being used by someone. I can see several ventilators, supplies and food, but nothing else because the light is too dim. There must be a lighting system, but I'm not sure if I can bring it under my control. I think I found the power source of the machine at the bottom of the ladder. If it's simple enough, maybe my childhood experiments will help. I hope the mechanism won't be too complex. Electricity just takes a little logic to master. I should thank Mother and Father for fueling my natural curiosity. The modern age is no match for me now. Well then, let's explore the shelter. The servant's tomb. I didn't know we had one. I'd love to say hello to Mrs. Ward. So here are the 5 demons that live in Blackwood now. Bune, Foras, Nibirius, Paimon, and Malphus, of course. Annie, why are you doing this? I feel so lost and powerless. Now I should be able to banish Malphus from this place. They'll take care of the others, and for that I'll need to meet them first. I'm scared, but it seems I have little choice in the matter. Am I supposed to cleanse Blackwood? Is that why I'm here now? This is madness. After all these disappointments, I was expecting something much more difficult, but hunting a demon is surprisingly easy. I just need to find and focus on its opposite sigil, then cross the wall to free it from the demon's grasp. Let's go upstairs and gather hints of what happened here, to find Annie and learn what these bright altars in the basement of the manor are. A new altar, waiting for me. It's giving me a rather oppressive feeling. What? It's Ted. What are you doing here by yourself, poor thing? I don't see any openings up there. This one's the same as the one on the panel upstairs. I'm in luck. Some colored wires and a small broken down clock. Looks like electrical equipment. A ladder. The ceiling might be an interesting lead. Got a fuse. Getting the fuse out of this room won't be an easy... I don't see a way out. Can't see anything. Guess that's why I need the fuse for upstairs. It doesn't take an expert to tell that some fuses are missing. Well, corridor X1. Briefcase. Locked, naturally. Suitcase. I'm nothing if not curious, but this suitcase with a color lock that was carelessly left on a crate on the entrance of the secure shelter is very intriguing, to say the least. I don't know where to find the code, though. I should think about it while exploring the underground. Oh, new notes. Not exactly surprising. 9/6/1938. Generator overhaul done. Fixing lights in the laboratory done. Take the supplies to the bunker. Lift overhaul done. Replace the fuse in the crypt switchboard. Draw a plan of the bunker. Study plants. Sample as far away from the manor as possible. Cords, measures, more shovels, picks. True archaeologist's arsenal. Nobody will be angry at me for borrowing them, I suppose. Should I try 1938? No. I'm not gonna brute force these. What's this? Oh. Range of supplies, not much else. Workshop. I don't think I need any corridor yet. Let's put an external one. Stained glass is lit up by a lamp behind. It's quite beautiful, but rather odd. Symbols drawn on the flask, 3 concentric circles around a triangle. The air is still clear. I can feel a light breeze coming from behind it. A pepper mill that contains some unknown powder. These characters look like ancient Arabic, not a language I'm familiar with. Some labels are still illegible though. Enough? Russula Aurea, Sage, Royal Fern. That's a puzzling set. These mixtures have taken some interesting colors. Bottles filled with plants, mushrooms, dried leaves, and algae. The tree's almost red. Feel dizzy touching it. How can a plant like this survive with no light? Some notes and several recipes, or maybe chemistry formulas? Protection. Recipe less alamia. More Rustula cupula, whatever. Powder. Try with triangle or fire. Works without crystals as well. Slayer water. Check with air to dissipate. Only the nutrients present in the rock feed the tree. Still, its vitality suggests that so. Melting else is feeding it generously. Merely touching its roots leave me exhausted, panting and drained. I can scarce imagine the consequence of such strangeness. The red color of the wood turns brownish when plunged into water. Propagating it through cuttings is impossible. Now the leaves stuck to my skin for a few minutes. Red streaks colorized its center, but left no mark on my skin. This cursed plant is an infection. May it never leave these tunnels. I considered setting it on fire, but I cannot bring myself to do it. The catacombs cough up more of this vegetation each day. If Mother planned to make a deal with Bune, I hope she's ready to face the consequences. I am putting this research aside for a while. The creation of my labyrinth requires all my attention. I'm leaving for Scotland tomorrow. These underground tunnels should be closed up, but I'm just too curious. Cat Moon 21 to 24. Cat Moon? Cat to Moon. This room was used as a workshop for chemistry or alchemy. I doubt the plants mentioned in this journal of this world. However, and their origins escape me. One thing is in particular intrigues me though. The journal mentions Bune. If he left some trace here, I should look into it. I might find some answers. Profile of a feline. Crescent moon. Key. Cat moon. Stuck on a timer. I don't see any name on this tombstone. A circle, a sphere, a star. I suppose I need to align these symbols in the right order, whatever it is. Only have a few seconds to do so. I didn't manage to restore power to every room. Maybe it's been removed from this one. A swan. There's a raven carved into the tombstone. WH. The raven. 21 to 24. I am unsure of that. What's the point of me being a book? Dissipate with air, says. Try with fire, check with air to dissipate. Works without crystals as well. Aurea Sage. Rusula Aurea Sage. Rusula Xantha. 1 or 2 extra pinches of powder. There's powder in here. I want to get the powder from here to here and dissipate it with this. And then fire, which is this window. Do you use a jar instead? I don't think so, but whatever. Moon cat. What happens if I just line them all up? I'm a bit perplexed about this one. I am not quite sure. Unless I'm just literally meant to do it really quickly. I can't remove from the well. What was EXT? Oh. So because I turned that off, does that mean it'll be easier? Probably not. I need it to be on to actually do this. Maybe I just need to be faster. Why is it so quick? I'm feeling it ends early because I put in the wrong combination. So I think it's like a combination of 5. So cat, moon, 21, 24. Cat minus moon. I am not sure. I suppose I should align these symbols in the right order wherever it is. I only have a few seconds to do so, and I didn't manage to restore power to every room. How would I know what the order is? Cat, moon. Suitcase reminder. Mother Edward, father Robert. Silver iron, gold iron. How does that pertain? Unless it shows up here. These numbers here. Silver. 4. Possibly. Looks like it. Iron. 2. There's no gold. 4 2 something 2. Zero. Gabriel, Alexander, Robert, that's the opposite way around. Mary, Jonathan, Elizabeth, Edward, John, Lydia, Robert, Abraham, Abigail, Annie. Oh, it actually says who's dead. With the little crosses. Because Abigail has a cross on her. Arthur Alistair. Oh, Evelyn's still alive. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this information? Oh my god. Notes on the history of the Blackwoods. Judging by the notes I could gather here and there, and the research led by my ancestor, the first traces of the Blackwoods date back to the beginning of the 19th century. There are only sparse hints. Most of the useful information is from the last 2 centuries. The Manor. According to the Register of Births, Blackwood Manor is fairly recent in the family's history. The residence, located close to Oakmarsh Village, was the fiefdom of the Blackwoods since its construction in 1623. I couldn't find where the Blackwoods came from before that. However, the manor, as we know it today, has little in common with the old building. Some parts have been added to the building, more or less in harmony with the original plan. The aviary, in particular, was one of Sir Edward Blackwood's whims, and was built between 1795 and 1798. The upper floors were apparently added on. Made higher. The tower, that we named the observatory, is the last piece of the set and was added in 1812. As for the location of the manor, it seems it was built on the ruins of a medieval stronghold, itself built on ruins from the Roman era. Such sense of a place is hardly uncommon, but there are few traces of its past nowadays. I managed to find a plan mentioning the old building in the eastern part of the estate, nevertheless. Additionally, our ancestor, Jonathan Blackwood, sponsored an archaeological mission on his estate in 1856. Numerous objects from the Roman era between 60 and 70 AD were unearthed. Pottery, amulets, cutlery, a few coins. With this discovery, Jonathan Blackwood became an honorary member of the London Society of Archaeology. A second team was commissioned to pursue further research, but the results are not mentioned anywhere. For some unknown reason, the main contractor seems to have disappeared, along with his workers and equipment, without even asking for payment. This last detail intrigues me. A simple disagreement between Jonathan Blackwood and the contractor would not have been a cause for him to forget about remuneration. I believe he fled after discovering something in the manor's basement, though the thought is both terrifying and fascinating. Among Blackwood's architectural curiosities, one in particular is noteworthy: the church. It is located in the center of Eldwich, a peculiar choice for a place of worship. The closest building is the watchtower. It was built in the 16th century and marks the limit of the estate. Crossing the forest in order to pray is quite the experience. I suppose this place was chosen for a reason. What reason it may be escapes me. The history of this building is rather hectic. The first church was built in the 13th century and destroyed in 1537, when Henry VIII ordered the dissolution of the monasteries. Sir William Whitegate, Bishop of Coventry, had it rebuilt in 1551. It was completed in 1556. No mass has been celebrated there since the start of the century. The Blackwood lineage. There are several hypotheses regarding the origins of the Blackwood family, but it is quite difficult to make sure this information is indeed accurate. Some think that it is a branch of the Douglas clan, which changed their name when they left the lowlands. In any case, everyone seems to agree that the lineage is of Scottish origin. There is a mention of departure from Stirlingshire in the 14th century, when the first Blackwoods settled in the Western Midlands. About the same time they were ennobled. Though the first Blackwood's exploits cannot be denied, the descendants chose different occupations. One branch of the family has been known for its research in medicine and the study of human body from the 17th century. It includes a few talented individuals such as Cole Blackwood, who incurred the wrath of both the public and the church. As a court physician, he seems to have an interest in studies that were morally reprehensible. Few documents mention the rest of his life, but there are rumors of sorcery and necromancy. True or not, Cole Blackwood seems to be at the base of dark reputation of our lineage. Since then, our family has never stopped studying the sciences. This passion found its way into the family motto in 1742. Persevere docere. Educate, teach. A credo that seems to correct the Blackwood lineage to a common goal that goes beyond our simple existence, and one that I am exceptionally fond of. This trait might become more and more pronounced with each generation. Father's obsession with education, research, and culture in its broadest sense has influenced my youth and my own concept of science and our lineage. I understand the full extent of it now. Though the Blackwood family now has numerous descendants, they all share this particular link in spite of the distance. We now have 2 professors. My father, a teacher of literature, a researcher in biology, and 2 physicians. I really like the cursive, but please give me a plain text for me to actually, read. It'll be easier on my eyes. I'm discovering vast sections of our family history. Father was never very talkative about it. We had a few cousins, but I never met them. Only branches of family tree, but still, there are so few of us left nowadays. Well, if you stop jumping out of windows, that'll help, right? I don't think there's a code here. don't think anywhere mentions any swans or whatnot. Marcella aurea, sage, royal fern. I don't think that's part of the thing. Plants, mushrooms, dried leaves, and algae. How do you know the code? Huh. Beautiful but rather odd. I don't know. How do you know the code? It's the only where it appears. Cat Moon 2124. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not given enough information. I cannot proceed. There's a cat and the moon. 2124. There'll probably be book pages, right? But I can't change the pages here. Cat, moon, changes his pupils. Minalush runs in the grass. Would that be the fern? and the nearest kin of the moon. The cat, the moon, nearest kin of the moon. Pure color, trouble with animal blood. Runs in the grass. The circle, which is meant to be a star, I assume that's a sun. I don't know. It has nothing to do with this one. Feline. Moon. Crescent moon. Key. Wait, crescent moon. So it could be cat. Full circle, a sphere, a star. Or it's a full moon. And it becomes a crescent moon. It's a swan. It's a raven. Was a raven mentioned? I don't think so. Cat, moon, round moon, and the nearest kin of the moon. Troubled by his animal blood, Manlouche runs in the grass, lifting his delicate feet. You dance, Manlouche, do you dance? When two close kindred meet, you bear call a dance. Creeps through the grass, from moonlit place to place, sacred moon overheard. See a new phase. Pass change. Round to crescent. Mod swans are cool. I'm not sure. So it's either... I don't know how big the code is. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5. That seems to be cat moon. Not this moon. The other moon. Then is the other moon, or maybe there's something in between, but I'm not sure. Crescent moon. Key is not mentioned, Raven's not mentioned, the thing that might be mentioned is Swan. Was I just too slow then or something? I think that's why this thing says WB, WH. WH. I remember like a WH somewhere. William Butler Yeats, Wild Swans, and Cool. I'm gonna have to look it up. But I think I'm onto the right thing, but it's just not enough information, I guess. Or at least I'm not getting it. Oh, so it's cat, full moon, crescent moon, full moon. Okay. Cat, full moon. Maybe it's talking about line 21 to 24. Okay. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Minalush. From round to crescent. Crescent to round. 21, 22, 23, 24. I see. That's the information. I was thinking about page, not line number. Oh boy. What a son of a bitch. This thing is actually working. This one seems to be working. I don't think I'll be needing it though. No. Goodness, this cave is huge. How could all this be hidden under the manor without any of us knowing? Did father and mother know about this place? Oh yeah, probably yes. Because they excavated, did some research here. This report is from October 1856. Did grandfather or grandmother finance these excavations? I just read the thing. Some thread shovels and something to scrape the ground with. Quite the archaeological storehouse. ALCR? Oh god, another code. Still waiting for my order of cleaning equipment. Estimated delay 2 days. F5 bones cleaned and fit together. Han in his man in his 40s. Sent for dating. Probably 2nd century. Drilling for ventilation is done. Botanical study about to resume. Nothing to report. Equipment was delivered. Digging at the temple has resumed. Temple? Mapping of the impacts complete. They are mainly around and inside the temple. Nothing to report. Nothing to report. Sudden growth of the red plants. Zones E to H completely covered. Cleaning in progress. Cleaning too slow. Plants are invading the area. Simon and Hartwood moved upstairs, stuffing research in G and H. The hell is happening here? Is the ventilation? This ventilation is proof that someone has been working here or maybe even living here. Oh, and to what end? To excavate. To find the answers. I'm not an expert, but these ancient columns look like they must be Roman. What they be doing so far underground, though? Some stones bearing chalk marks. They stand out on the wall and it looks like they can be moved. Magnesium, very explosive. This old table's seen a lot of use. The drawers have a lot of wear and tear. So one, it won't budge. The grass is red, and the same hue as the tiny tree in the laboratory. Where did these strange plants come from? Looks like excavations were focused around this well, but my faint glow won't be bright enough to shed light in there. These shovels are badly rusted. No one must have used them for a long time. A map of the caves would be very handy if the network of tunnels didn't stop here. Columns is where we are. A to F. Roman ruins temple. G to K. Some stones bearing chalk marks. Do I just shove it in there or something? No. Can I actually drop it down this? Geronimo! No. This doesn't help me. I can't go anywhere else. But why do I want to move some but not all of them? What's the code supposed to be? Excavation site. These were carried out here, but there's not much in the way of written evidence to tell me what they were looking for. Logic would suggest there should be something in the drawer of the iron table, but I can barely get it budge. If only I were stronger. So Black was built on top of a massive cave, feared for its foundations, and the lead ends here. I could try exploring the walls, but the idea of getting lost in the stone and earth terrifies me. Looking for hints seems to be risky. If only you were stronger. No flashing camera and the flash to go with it. Plants are reacting to my presence. The feeble glowing glow of my orb, perhaps? Flash. Can I use magnesium on it? Magnesium's kind of triggered by light. I mean, not fire. So if the flash produces some light. What? Is that another cave I see behind the plant? Stone will make a beautiful pedestal. Pedestal? What? What is this? Oh, hello, it's a pleasure meeting a living being here. No, possessing a living being is a revolting idea. I'm a pebble. Why am I a pebble? I don't know why I'm a pebble. Anyway, let's take it and go. They can bash a drawer down with this. Yeah, worn out so you can bash it. Bash. No? Pedestal. Unless I need to use more magnesium. The hell? What am I supposed to do here? I don't understand. And not possess this light and knock it over and go into here. Ugh. On table seen a lot of use. The drawers have a lot of wear and tear. So one that won't even budge. Not to burn the grass or something. Now think about it, there's a tree down here. Maybe I can get a jar. I can store the fireflies in it for some fucking reason. Maybe it's to see what's down the hole. Alright, jar, you're coming with me. It's a pleasure. Can you go in the jar, please? I don't understand. We got in here, we got a rock. I don't know what to do with the rock. I got these fireflies. Don't know what to do with the fireflies. Oh, God. Why the stones need to be fucking... I don't understand. I'm gonna have to look it up again. I can't believe this. What the fuck? Are you serious? Apparently you can use the rock on the... Apparently glowworm, not a firefly. And now I have a glowing rock. That will make exploring easier. Oh, dead bodies. The remains of Roman statues. Looks like they've incurred the wrath of the gods. The roots of these reddish plants have penetrated the insides of the lantern and seem to be giving off a source of energy, like electricity. Unimaginable. The statue seems to be pointing to a certain direction or calling for my attention. Nah, that's fine. Crumpled page torn from a notebook. There is proof of Bune's presence as early as 1200 years ago. I can only express gratitude towards the men who had the wisdom and courage to banish him from these caves. The demon is insane, unpredictable, and very dangerous. The red tendrils that one can see here and there are the instruments and expression of his will. He spreads them everywhere. He wants to assert his dominance. Those we can still see are only a shadow of their former selves, even if they still emit a supernatural energy that is deeply maleficent. May this sigil remain as the ultimate barrier that protects us for as long as we abide on this earth. Sigil. Is that you, Malphus? Well, aren't you even going to say hello after jumping out at me like that? Do forgive my bad manners. I was simply lost in thought. Hello, young lady, once more. Are you lost? Why are you here this time? I really can't say. I suppose I was driven by a sense of urgency. We certainly are in Bune's domain here, are we not? I think so, but he's not here. At least, I don't think he is. No, he is not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. You're about to free him from the menace grip, as you need to gain access to what he happens to be unintentionally hiding from you. However, I still need him in Blackwood for the time being. How dare you prevent me from crossing it? You can't. You're no longer trapped within these walls. You're right, but I can still give you a present. Voila. Have no fear, young lady. I have faith in your intellect. You will easily surmise how to dispel it, but time is of the essence. I have a few matters to settle in Bune's realm. In his absence, ideally. Still, if you do run into the loathsome old vulture, kindly do me a favor and tell him that I despise him. Utterly. Beg your pardon? What are you plotting? He's disappeared again. The vile old bird. This pipe ends up with a small vent. It is closed. I'll open it. The cloth is barely moving. The air vent is working, but there is not enough air coming to it. A displeased angel, or a harpy perhaps, seems to be protecting what looks like the entrance to a mausoleum. So here is Malphus's little present. Going through this barrier is like swimming against the tide. That being said, this symbol does look familiar. Indeed it does. I understand now. Give me a second. How do you open this drawer? He doesn't tell you. Alright. This thick book should keep the air from coming in. Not the most noble destiny for a book, but what must be done must be done. Try with fire. Check with air to dissipate. I mean, it might have worked. We're gonna go down and check. Oh, I don't need the stone anymore. Can't feel it, but it looks like there's a gentle breeze coming through this vent. So I need more. Of course, I should have known Malthus was trying to fool me. That old vial bird only serves his own interests. And yet I was so close to my goal. There must be a way to lift this ward. These characters look like ancient Arabic. Okay, I'm not entirely sure, so let's look it up again. Okay, I'm just gonna take this down there. Barry disappeared. I did it. Didn't know it was that easy. Oh my god. I never would have imagined that one would entomb the dead so deep underground, unless there was some kind of threat. There's grass cut clean by this monolith. What kind of world awaits on the other side of this horrible door? Is this steel? A menhir? Or just a door, maybe? The unit's been banished from this place. The sigil should be vital for my research. I must memorize it. The unit's opposite sigil has been revealed. Every room was blocked, but his presence is now accessible. Wait, is there more to this place? No. So circles were just a waste of time, I guess. God dang it. Man, it has been a while. New area? Wise Men's Quartet. Sure, is it Paimon? Assuming there's some wisdom in that demon. And he must be protecting something. I must cross these walls to find answers. Mother and father entertained their guests around this billiard table. I wasn't invited, of course, but my room is located just behind this wall. I spent hours listening to them. Eavesdropping. Their messages scattered all over the manor. It's all quite peculiar. My dearest son, I am saddened to have fallen so low in your esteem. Your little ploy is not a hard one to notice. The notes you stole are important, true, but I don't need them anymore. I suppose you hid them in your flat in the village. Or that you gave them to that Stanford girl. May they teach you someday. We'll have opportunity to talk about your misdeed. You can be sure of it. Sure, answers in Oakmarsh Village, not far from the manor. Now accessible. Located west of the manor. It's possible to come back to the manor anytime by simply going there or checking the map. Diagraph that's seen bare days. I can't make anything out. Now I can go to Oakmarsh. A missing photo. Someone's apparently too small to achieve their goal. I left the same trace here. Oh, handprints. Need a tool to open this panel. There's some sort of recess in the wall. I should be able to open it. What's this? There's a tube with a cylinder inside of it. You want to take the cylinder out? Oh. Well, it's gone. The same knickknacks left to rot, just like everywhere else. Nothing particularly illuminating. There's dust everywhere now. It's more like how I imagined ghosts before. That is. Father might have had some peculiar taste in decorating, but he wouldn't keep decapitated statues. Father might... There it goes again. This screwdriver is in good condition. A tool like this is always useful to keep around. Open sesame. Oh great, another 4-digit code. How am I supposed to know, huh? Here you go. Green. I remember a wardrobe, but this feels more like a confessional. Someone put it here while waiting to replace it. Strewn with scattered trinkets. Annie, just like in my memories, where are you hiding? Could these paintings have come from? A greenhouse, but it's plants. There's 2 floors above here. There's a note hidden in the frame. In remembrance of our discoveries and of lost working sleepless nights. Or hard working sleepless nights. This forest will miss you. Anton. Anton. The name doesn't ring a bell, but you might have some answers for me. The woods are behind the manor. I should follow this lead. Eldritch Forest is now accessible. I've read most of these novels, but I don't remember them. I don't like these patterns. Okay. Empty, of course. A photograph, or what's left of it at least. Really like this. I can make out a farm, or is there a cottage? Piece of picture. Someone missing something. I can go this way, I guess. Some containers, blank paper, a few failed photographs. I would love to use these things. This box holds nothing interesting. I don't see any paintings in this room, only photographs. These pictures must be important, they wouldn't be framed. Photograph. I don't know what these are. Some landscapes, buildings, ruins, I could fade. Not a single face. A few vase, some clothes, and clean linen. Seem quite harmless, at least. Notes written in a hurry. Eureka! Things to try. Is the photograph the only one who can cast a spell? Is the soul bound? What projection for the photograph landscape? Copied memory? Own existence? Additional questions. Where's the link with the human branch of the Goetia? If one can enter and leave a photograph, is the same true of an object? What about some projection? A soul projection? Returning to one's body? Need to study this with Mother. Is the photograph a gateway to an existing place? Does the spell create a new place? Need to test with a montage. If a new autonomous, imitable universe is created, the implications are unimaginable. Was it the first time taking a picture? in and out of a picture? An autonomous and unalterable universe? I was expecting a guide on developing photos, but this doesn't make any sense. I don't like this. This room might have a few more secrets to learn, but I'd rather not stay here any longer than I have to. Someone slept here recently. If only I could find a living person. Though I'm not sure this is the one I'd like to meet. I can sense something in this photo, as if it were possible to see further. Maybe if I focus some more. Alright, let's focus. What on earth has happened? Blackwood Manor. I don't see any colors anymore. It's all black and white. Like in a photograph. That doesn't make any sense. I need to get out. Photograph of the chamber I came from. Maybe I can use it to get out. I remember the cottage from the photograph. How strange. It seems I can enter even though the picture doesn't show the inside. It's unreal. I can sense every detail of these clothes. This place is making me see things, sending my senses into disarray. It's driving me mad. It's a photograph of a forest. Some pictures have been torn away. Gabriel Hodgkin. Mother's work inspired me to undertake an insane project which had obsessed me day and night. And today, at long last, I decide to begin. I've already gathered all the materials I'll need, and took all the necessary precautions. I was afraid of how Mother would react when she found out, but her support has been as unfailing as always. According to her, my work and her research could benefit from each other, and I agree. I can't wait. A few years ago, I would have laughed at myself. Today, however, even if it seems mad, I know that some sort of immortality can be achieved. It is possible as long as one can project one's soul into an artifact, be it natural or artificial. That being said, I would not recommend using a natural artifact. The scant information we could gather suggests that the risk is too great. The results so far are unconvincing. Each day proves to us that Anton and Mother are not far from their goal. As for me, I am thinking of a somewhat different way to temporarily project a soul in an object. Something that would enable me to access its history, from its creation to its daily use. I'll start with a familiar object I know every detail of. I don't want to risk anything. As such, I'm thinking of an object created by my own hand, that offers an infinite number of possibilities. A photograph, of course. A photograph. Of course, I can't possibly know the chemical and physical composition of a photograph, but I am very familiar with the technique, from the framing to the shooting and the developing. Photographing a well-known place should limit the chances of getting lost. It would be a shame not to be able to find my way out of the object. So he was actually able to go in. This looks like a half-buried fortified building. Looks like a half-buried fortified building. Oh my god, it's so bright. Something hidden behind these railings. A photograph? A young king that I don't know? Oh, England. Food supplies, I'm saved. I took all the bullets grandfather used while hunting. But they're a bit more cumbersome than giant. First of all, it is advisable to delve as deep as possible into the artifact. The subject, one should go pace by pace, from oneself to the subject. Cautiously, as if with a flight with stairs. Request, approach, invitation, possession. The idea seems straightforward, but the first two steps always leave me in a persistent semi-conscious state for a few minutes after the attempt, and breaking the frail connection between the projection and myself is not recommended. To maintain this connection, one can use rituals. The most formidable ordeal is the invitation. More precisely, the exact moment the subject accepts my projection and opens the door leading into itself. I gradually lose consciousness of myself, and a new world opens. However, this short moment when both universes coexist is a painful and distressing one. Finally, the possession is the decisive step. A sigil drawn on both lands can strengthen the connection. Sigalia. These tools remind me of the weapon diagrams in the library, but these are much more sophisticated. Ammunition and a few pictures and letters. One of the pictures is missing, but that doesn't stop me from traveling inside the other two. So photographs. Make a panorama. How clever. Landscape is quieter. My dear parents, we've been left here without orders for almost a month. There isn't a living soul in St. Margaret. Those who survived the bombings fled the area. Nevertheless, there's still been no word from either. Winnie Pooh for several weeks now. Each hour we spend watching the guns that resonate in vain is at once both reassuring and frightening. The weight and uncertainty are wearing us out. Despite the bloodshed, we were glad to be able to respond in kind on this side of the sea. Still, I won't complain. For what it's worth, in this uneasy silence that hangs over us now, I can enjoy the sweet music of the words I write for you now. That said, the monotony of the past few days was disrupted a little. A photographer came to visit our bunker. He arrived in a Daimler armored car and was accompanied by two officers. He was rather strange fellow, and none of us were sure of what he was there for. He set up his bulky equipment to take a few pictures, but made sure to keep us from appearing in them. I always thought that in times of war, portraits of valiant soldiers were common, but he was only interested in the building. Despite its blank black walls, he didn't stay very long. I missed Lizzie's letters. How is she? I hope she's well and that she's not affected too much by these events, as much as circumstances allow. She's so young. Tell her she's a true friend. The latest news is Martin's posting last week. He left the bunker for Hey, David. How are you still up? Did you just wake up? What are you doing? Oh, it's a much shorter photo. Nice. I literally can't get to the other side because there's no photo there. A vehicle destroyed by fire in the middle of nowhere. Label only says developer. Wait, how am I supposed to get out of the photo? Oh, here. Oh, I see. A doctor's appointment. A photograph of some ruins. Just a picture. The trail leads here. I should search for a way to enter. With love, A. If I switch this and go back inside, is it going to be different? What's upside down? Oh, so that's what I'm doing. These explosions and this tiny opening. I don't have to worry about losing my own life, but this atmosphere turns my blood cold. How do I get in there? Anyway, if I enter the pictures now, would they be upside down? No, they won't. Anyway, the place is upside down, but that doesn't help me. Another picture. Mother used to put her favorite novels here. Organize a piano. Will I be able to touch a few keys? La Nocturne. Some sheet music brought from France. Fortunately, it's being translated by Annie, I suppose. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Am I gonna have to play this? C, D, E, F, G. A, B. And then C again. How am I still awake? it's easy. It's a sleeping stream. It's a puzzle. I gotta learn the piano. Oh no. I think I'll go into a different picture. Right, let's go into this one. Oh, check this. Yes, I have. It's a rock. I like this round rock. Will they lie on it for a while? I can see a grain in the walls of this lumberjack's cabin. Like the grains of a photograph. But it looks more like wood grain to me. A set of wood saws. I won't be needing those. There's a drawing of a strange creature on the box. Half fish and half horse. Some crates and gardening tools. Nothing particularly useful. These bags are full of sand. No hidden treasure then. This hammer reminds me of the kind used with a chisel to cut stone. I can use it. I remember watching stone carvers in the village. They used a hammer and a chisel. Could have this one be used to carve stone near the cabin? Oh shit. Oh shit. If I remember correctly, red light is used to develop pictures. The room was refitted for this purpose by one of Annie's sons who lived and worked there. It's a very quiet place, as if it were bathing in love and admiration. I'm sure I can learn a few things from this place. My ghostly condition, the manor with all its demons, and now this. Been put into the photograph that I was trying to possess. Is this commonplace in this era? Or some new folly devised by Blackwoods? I should be able to get out of here easily, but first I should look for potential clues. The picture I found in the bedroom was incomplete, and I cannot access the missing part. I need to find the second half of the picture to discover the whole scene. A photograph within a photograph. This place has no end. It's a veritable labyrinth. As if its creator, Gabriel, did everything he could to confound visitors and hide something important inside it. This only intrigues me more. There's one thing I'm certain of, though. I cannot possess an object in a photo and then go out of a picture and into another one. Each picture has its own universe, but I'll need to carry an object from one place to another, so I'll need to find a solution. The planes. I'm not sure if the camera angle was wrong, but the picture was placed upside down, and I lost my bearing. I should turn it. I get the impression that the two pictures on the wall of the sentry box are part of a set, in which case one is still missing. Though I can enter each picture, I cannot pass from one to the other. Perhaps I'll be able to do so if I find the missing picture on the set. Can't be far. Yes, it's almost like it's right there. Bune. He entered our world through the portal located under the Half Manor. Under Blackwood, each discovery is more grim than the last. This sigil is indeed the one that helped to close this portal. I need to use it quickly to try and banish him from Blackwood. Forgotten Village. In the note I found on the pool table, Annie wrote to Alexander, her second son. She mentioned secret research in a third party, Stanford. It all leads to Oakmarsh. I should be able to investigate without much difficulty. Ghosts of Elwich. Annie talks about someone called Anton and a forest in the eastern part of the estate. Was he living there as a recluse? I don't recall anything being there. No house, not even a hut. What was his connection to Annie? If she's left the manor, maybe he'll know where she's hiding. I don't really know my way around the forest, but I must explore it. Shouldn't get too close to this workbench. It looks really unstable. Her glasses are a vital accessory for any scholar. I found a pair of spectacles on a woodcutter's bench. Oddly enough, they're very clean, as if they didn't belong to this place, or rather, if they had been put here after the picture was taken. Can I possess the glasses and get out of the picture? No, I cannot. Smash! Oh, dang it. What? I'm putting him away? This book seems familiar. Is this how I'm gonna take stuff from one picture to the other picture? Gonna do that with the glasses? There's no space for another object. Why would I want to do that? Unless it also appears in another picture. It's definitely not here. Let's get out of this place. It's clearly missing this piece. So let's combine it. Oh, it seems familiar. can't see anything. Yes, that's exactly what it means. I get it. Okay, I'll go for another, I don't know, 15 minutes and then I'll end it. That's good dang. Getting tired. Let's look at it better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The back of the cottage is blurry, but can make out a few elements that seem interesting. Actually, now I can actually see the numbers. I don't even know what this is. Is it a picture? Oh. I often dreamt of seeing the mountains. I never thought I would see them for the first time in a photographic maze, but I suppose it'll have to do. Another note. Maybe this will tell me about where this assembly of photographs came from. I'm feeling my way through, but with so many questions hanging over me. When I possess a picture, what do I see? Is it the projection of my memory or the real state of the scene at this instant? If I create and then possess a montage, is the scenery invented by the arrangement, or would I be right in saying that a link, a doorway, to an alternate version of the picture is created? What happens in my reality when I possess a picture? How does my body react? Does it move? Do I keep going on about my business? What becomes of me? I'll ask Mother to attend one of the rituals so that she can help me to shine some light on this last mystery. You die. That's what happens. Okay, enter here. Blessed are the dead which lie in the Lord, or die in the Lord from henceforth. Yes, saith the Spirit. And they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. This photograph is troubling, and it looks inactive, if I may say so. Oh. Just shove it in the sky. Every detail of this picture intrigues me. It's been carefully framed, but it is set directly on the floor of a cave. And the most curious thing is that it won't speak to me. It's the first of the pictures that doesn't take me somewhere. So what do I do about it? I don't know if I've seen that picture before. I can't remember. Don't think I can possess anything here. The only thing would have been the pianos. Maybe I'll look that up too. I see. It's this. It's a picture of a landscape, carefully placed in this cupboard. Cairns was actually erected to honor the dead. If I build one for myself, will I be able to rest in peace? Photograph of some ruins. Just a picture. Trails leads in here, but I should search for a way to enter. Only developer. Oh, I see. I need to pass through. Yeah, I could put on this. Feel strangely attracted to this scene ever since I poured the liquid on the photograph. And I altered this place. The frailty of existence in a single metaphor. Castle Sinclair, Gurnago, in northern Scotland. It looks the same as the photographers. My nephew seems to have travelled there quite often. This pillar looks out of place. Castle Sinclair, Gurnago. Photograph of Gabrielle's room. Am I back at the start? This isn't quite Blackwood. I'm sure I'll find something helpful in the manor's past. Didn't see these open the first time I was here. The box is empty, or rather it was when the photograph was taken. Is it still in the manor? Back to the start. I keep ending up at the beginning of the labyrinth. Not the most pleasant surprise. I must be missing a clue somewhere. I should search this picture of Blackwood. I moved upon the edited photograph in the cave, and here it is, exactly where I left it. This magic is incredible. Possibilities are endless. Create fantastic sceneries, parallel worlds to wander into, draw oceans over our heads, resurrect antique creatures. There's no limit. Gabriel has been way too shy in the execution of his work. No. I am right at the beginning. The box holds nothing interesting. Get out of the way. Series of occult annotations. Nibirius. Sinians. Inattentive. Discreet. Curious. Inattentive, discreet. Passionate, calm. Dismissal, banishment. Well, there we go. Nibirius. The symbol doesn't look like the demon sigil. Banishing. This must be his opposite sigil. Should be able to enter that manor's tower now. Man, I spent so long on those fucking paintings. Holy shit. I mean, pictures. Holy shit. Anyway, that should do for now. Oh, so tired. I need to go to sleep. And I'm gonna end it off with that. So yeah, beach.